I'll start. I'm talking with my hands all the time. God, as you can see. So, this is me. This is me. Yeah. So I called it, it's all about me and it's not about me. I don't know how many of you use this feature Facebook has, groups. I know some of you might have pages, I don't know. I'm talking about the feature groups, which now it's, okay, so we are going to talk about that too, but it's not just groups, it's also for communities. I didn't realize that this whole area is new in marketing, and I forgot to say sorry for my English. It's not there yet, so I'm going to do it with a bad accent, and maybe I won't have the right words, but I hope you'll understand me. So I called it "It's all about me," and it's not about me, because this is how it all started. So when I came to New York, it was about this month, it will be 6 years. I wasn't, 20-year-old, just finished my college and I'm doing this as an adventure. Well, it was an adventure, but I was an established woman. I knew what I want to do in my life. I had my anchors of identity. I was a Tel Avivian, which is like a New Yorker, but in Israel. I used to go to eat ice cream with my hubby and to do my yoga and to go to the beach every day. And every Friday I used to go to the market and buy some flowers for Shabbat, for Saturday. And life was good. I was a lecturer. I was a psychodrama therapist. I worked with prisoners, but also I had my own clinic. I was on the media. I was a regular on a morning show on Channel 10, which is one of the biggest channels in Israel. I was an activist. If something bothered me, I was the one to go with the flag up front. And so I share with you some of the pictures, because with that, I used to ride my bike, of course, that was a very important thing. So, like, I knew myself, I knew what I like to do, I had my career, I had my husband, and I had my little daughter, Tamara. She was born in 2013. And with that, things changed, because suddenly there was this creature and it made me a mom, and I didn't recognize myself. I didn't know what it is, and it influenced all the other areas in my life. As a wife, as a therapist, as a marketing consultant, I did that too. I always have some hats, not just one hat, like the millennials, but not really, because I'm 44. So with all that, we arrived to New York, and I thought, woo, Times Square. What can go wrong in New York? But I got there. I didn't know anything. I didn't know even where do I copy my keys. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know what can I do here with my baby during the day. I didn't know how to find a job. I didn't know. I was clueless. It's not even starting to describe what happened. So I tried to look in Facebook, because I was using Facebook like most of us, and I found this small group called Mom Manhattan. It's a group that two other mommies created, not me. With I don't know, I think there were 150 mommies, but not very active. I became very active because I didn't know. So I asked a lot of questions, not just where do I copy my keys, but where do I go with my kid? Where do I find this or that? All kinds of ingredients that are not similar to the one I know from my home country. So I joined this group, without even understanding the meaning of that. I just ask questions. And I want to put this question here too, because it will take us to the rest of my story. Just think about it. What is the difference between a Facebook group to a community? When I talk of Mama Manhattan, I don't talk about Mama Manhattan as a Facebook group. I usually talk about Mama Manhattan as a community. Just some, just the details that maybe will answer some of that questions. Who, when, how many? So the group was established in February 2013 by Nati and Yael. Two mommies wanted to do play dates with their babies. They were living in Manhattan, and it was Mama Manhattan because it was only for mommies in Manhattan. The group, not community, the group grew and grew, and it's now, I know it's written 2,400, but now it's 2,600. And the engagement rate is, it's written here 95%. Today it's even more, like 96%. It means that 96% of the participants are engaging, are not commenting, are asking questions, are posting posts, are creating connection with one another.
I'll just mention that it's a huge number. Just for those on the call, it's a huge, huge, huge number. Usually the average is 10% to be active on the group, and it's amazing that this group was able to achieve that number. It's it's really something to look at. Sorry, Dana.
Thank you. So in an average month, and COVID-19 is not an average month, so double all the numbers. There are about 1,000 posts that are posting in the Facebook group in Mama Manhattan, about 7,000 comments to all those posts, and about 8,000 reactions. Reactions mean like, all the emojis you can do on posts. Every month there are about 150 other people that wants to join the group. Joint requests, sorry, I forgot the word, but I will approve only 40 of them because the others are either not mommies, not Israeli, and not living in New York or New Jersey. It's not because I don't like others, it's because the group is in Hebrew, and we talk about Israeli stuff. We talk about a shared pain sometimes, things that are different, how this relocation affects us. So it helps me to distinguish this group. So that, and now we're getting back to the question. So community, what makes a community, a group, a community and not just another Facebook group? So if you want to build a community, you need to have a feeling of belonging, or even if you're the one that creates it, you need to make sure that people will feel belong. How do we do that? Hold on, don't go yet. Community will be strong if they have a strong shared value, like a common interest. So my group is Israeli mommies that live here. So that's a common interest. That's that they all share the same criteria. But there are others. There are groups for stylists, groups for shoppers, groups for dogs lovers. As a community leader, I will ask myself, what is my role as the leader of this community? And how do I feel a part of it? Because I don't want just to be a manager or an admin, as Facebook calls it. I'm the admin of the group. Yes, that's um, the technical phrase, but I don't feel as an admin or as a manager. I don't manage anything. God, don't even try to manage an Israeli mama. It won't work. So I try to be a part of it, and I try to lead it. I liked what Sheryl Sandberg said, so I put it there. Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. Okay. So when I got here to New York, I know it's in Hebrew, sorry, because it's a post that I posted. I just copy and pasted it. When I got to New York, all my values, all my anchors, all my identity anchors just vanished. Who cares that I'm a Tel Avivian here? What is a Tel Avivian? I needed to explain it to you. I needed to put 9 photos just to give you an idea. How can I explain it by just walking in the street? I cannot. I cannot be a therapist here because I needed to start my studies all over again. After I had my own clinic for 6 years, I was on TV. I had, my reputation already. I need to start all over again. I couldn't even, I didn't have the energy or the will to do that all over again. So, and the mom, okay, it was one of my my anchors, but I was like a new mama. She didn't even call me mama then. She didn't even speak. So I didn't feel that like this is something that that I can say, wow, this is me. This is me here in New York. I didn't have anything. But some things remain the same even in New York. All my well-being aspect. So in Tel Aviv, I used to do yoga regularly. When I came here, one of my friends gave me a recipe for a green shake. I never did that before. I used to burn salads. I don't do shakes. I don't do cooking, and that's not my expertise. So I needed to know exactly how to do it. And then I thought about it and I said, hey, if I do it all by myself, I might not be persistent. So maybe I'll post a post about it in Ma Manhattan, and maybe someone will join me. And so that's what that post about. I said, listen, I never did diet in my life, but I don't feel I don't feel comfortable with my body at the moment. And my friend suggested that I drink green shake. So this is my recipe. Will you join me? And so what happened is that I think, I don't know, hundreds of mummies that comment on that and join me to a daily shake. Everyone did it in her own home, and we posted about it every day. Someone posted a post. So which shake did you drink today? And stuff like that. In the picture you can see Tamara, she was 14 months here and putting my my cup with the shake in my bag. So that was one of the things that I did. I didn't know that I'm building a community. I just posted a post because I wanted to drink a green shake. But I got their involvement. I'm telling you now things that I understand today. I didn't understand that back then. Another thing that I'm doing is meditations. So again, and that was, I think it was a year ago, maybe, Ali? I think it was a year ago. I was having a bad time in my daily job. Very rough time there. And again, someone told me, just meditate, Dana, this is what you usually do. Why didn't you do it for a long time? I say, okay, you know what? I'm going to do just that. And so I did it for one day. And I said, why doing it by myself? Why not post about it in my group and see which one of the friends will join me? Again, in her home, in her in their own homes. So I posted a post and that got crazy. I remember I went to this convention in Manhattan, and of course there were some people from Manhattan there. It wasn't an Israeli convention, but Israelis are everywhere, and Manhattan is everywhere, apparently. And some of them came to me to introduce themselves and say, hi, maybe you don't recognize me, but I'm from the group, I'm from the community, yada, yada. And I just wanted to tell you that what your meditation is doing to me is bada, bada, bada. And I was like, oh, really? You're doing the meditation too? I didn't even know how many were joining this meditation. And what happened is that one of them connected me and said, listen, we have a great loft. They have show fields in town, if you know show fields, and if not, oh, you have to go there once you can. So we have a loft and use it to do a meditation. And so when we were done of 40 days of meditations, that was what that was my goal. I invited whoever wants to come. Everyone brought something with them, something to nash, something to drink, and we shared it all like a potluck. And I asked a friend of mine who is doing meditations as an instructor, a meditation instructor, to do us all a meditation. I did a meditation, and it was so amazing. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but there were like about, I think, 35 or 40 people that joined us to this Mama meditation. That was the hashtag, the name. And it was very nice. It was the most rainy day of the year. I can't even explain. I was sure that we will be just the three of us, but at the end, so many joined it, and it was very magical. Again, I didn't do it because I did it because I needed it, and I didn't want to do it by myself. I forgot to tell you something earlier. So before I continue, when we got here, Tamara was 10 months, and after 2 months, she had her first birthday. I didn't know anyone. I knew one person maybe, but I didn't have friends. And I remember her first birthday, and it was my first birthday as the mama. And I didn't even bake a cake because why bother? Bake for who, or buy a cake for who? And my mom, my own mama, baked a cake especially for this occasion, with the candle and the digit 1, and we Skyped or Zoomed or whatnot. And it was the saddest day ever. I realized how lonely I was having this kind of so small birthday. It was very sad. And I think in that moment, I understood that if I won't do something to change it, this will be her second birthday too. This is how it will look like. So that was the minute when I started to be more engaged in the Facebook group. So as time flew by, I got to feel very comfortable. I knew a lot of mommies. I went to play dates. I met with mommies one-on-one. I got to know them. The group became more involved and more engaging, and the place that I like to hang out virtually, but also out of it, because I wanted to meet all these mommies that are funny and I don't know, and those are that are sad, and I want to support them. And so I had reasons why I want to get out, not just be on the screen of the computer or my phone. And that got to a point that I said, okay, I'm kind of bored. I got the idea. So I have a community. It's nice. I go on the streets and people know me. And oh, okay. So it's not my thing to be a celeb. It's not like. in my Israeli community. Yeah, it's nice, but I need a meaning. I needed to do something more meaningful. And I thought about Mom Manhattan too. So I thought, what do I need? And maybe it's something that others in the group need, because if it works with the shake and the meditation and other stuff, why not that? So I asked myself, can we collaborate with an existing community? And I try to understand, if I'm going to do that, what is important for me to ask for? Is the content relevant to my community? So it's the thing that we're going to do together, is it relevant? And it can be relevant to other groups, to other communities, but my community is for Israeli mommies in New York. So I had it in my mind all the time. Is there an added value? Or else it can be just something that I post, if you want, there's a nice sale, you can go there, but can we do something even better? Is it a unique collaboration, or does it happen with other communities? So maybe someone comes and say, hey, let's collaborate. So, okay, what do you want to do? And he said, okay, I have this amazing sale in my shop. Please post it in your group. And I'm like, okay, that's not a collaboration. This is just advertising. So you can do that. It's nice, but it's not interesting. And also we can do it with other communities. So what is the uniqueness for me? Is it a collaboration or just something we share for them to know about? That's what I just explained. And is it by the rules of my community? And it can be like, if it's fundraising, lottery and stuff like that, Facebook has its own regulations that I need to follow them. So I'll be okay, so no one will sue me to say that. I forgot to mention, all that I do with the group is voluntarily. I don't get paid for that. So having that on mind, I understood that I want collaboration that will be relevant, will be to the point, to my audience, okay? Audience, I call it, because for marketing, to my community. And I want it to be unique, and I wanted it to be something that will blow their minds, something different, something that will give them an added value, a meaning, a feeling of belonging. So one of the first things we did, there is this project called The Tribe, or in Hebrew, Hashevet, which is something that Shiri Weinstein, one of the members, initiated. And she is, how do you say, יועצת הנקה?
Lactation advice consultant.
That. And she's in touch with a lot of mommies that just gave birth, and lots of them needed help. So they don't have their families, they don't have their mommies to help them. In Israel, it will be very easy, but here they're all alone most of the time. So she created this project, and where she let them know there's a new mama, there is a new newborn and a mama, and they will love to get your help with, I don't know, cooking, or maybe just come and say hi, just drink coffee with them, just come to be with their baby when she's napping for half an hour, things like that, just to be there for one another. I just want to explain one more thing. This is another Facebook group, The Tribe. I don't mind to publish other groups in my Manhattan, because I think we have enough space for everyone, and everyone can join whichever group she wants. So I did a collaboration with them, and I posted about it, and I got connections, and I helped with everything I can. Mommies in my group started to feel, oh, someone needs us, and we can do that. Not everyone. Okay, I didn't oppose it. Like, just whoever wanted to do an extra thing in their life, there was that, and that was a great collaboration for everyone. And then I grew some more. And if you remember, one of the things that I loved to do in Israel was being an activist. If something bothered me, I used to, to talk about it, to be on the media, I went out to the streets, I went to the Knesset, which is like the Congress. So like I needed something extra, and it didn't happen in one day. Every time I reached to a point where I said, okay, what's next? And I wanted to create a higher cause, and to let Mom Manhattan do something which is bigger than just their surroundings, their four walls, as we say. Community is much more than belonging to something. It's about doing something together that makes belonging matter. That's that. So, I talked with two people that I knew. One of them is Yael, another Yael. They are a group of Burning Man artists.
Oh, Donna, we can't hear you. Can everybody? Something
Oh,
happened.
she's gone.
Oh yeah, Donna.
We lost her.
Donna.
I hear you.
Oh, now we hear you. Okay.
You're
For
back.
some reason you disappeared. Now you're back. Good.
Yeah, I heard you all along. Okay, so I connected with I contacted with a friend, one of the mummies in the group. Her name is Yael. You can see her in the left picture, the girl in the red. And they are a group of Burning Man artists. They have their own line of parties for grown-ups and for kids. And we talked about a Purim party. Purim is a holiday around March. It's like a Halloween, and we put on our costumes and we're happy and we like to party. And so I contacted her, and also Oded Greenstein, he's on the picture too. And I said, let's do a party, a Purim party, but this year it needs to be a little bit different, because one of our single moms just realized that her seven-year-old boy diagnosed with cancer, unfortunately. And we wanted not just to raise money, but to make him happy. Unfortunately, because of the chemo, he couldn't participate this party, but we raised 70 grand, yeah, 70 grand for them. And everyone who bought ticket for this party, it went not just to this little boy, but also to this nonprofit organization called My Child's Cancer. And so it wasn't just a Purim party, just let's get together. It was something with an added value. And it was very moving. Just want to share with you that the next year, this little boy Yuval joined the party, and now he's better and he's good, and he's a beautiful boy. Just to tell you about that. But what happened in the group was amazing. You wanted to be a part of it, because everyone gave from their self. Everyone wanted to be a part of it. Everyone wanted to support, and you wanted to be a part of this good thing. Israel was bombing from the Gaza Strip, so a lot of small businesses needed to shut down their businesses, like now, unfortunately. And so I posted a post: let's support them. If you need to buy things for your parents, or do it through them. So that was another thing. And I don't know which one of you knows from which song this quote is, but what happened was this amazing thing. On November 2018, I invited invited a woman named Shani to the group. Shani was a mama, but she didn't move here. But I asked her to join to Mama Manhattan because she was diagnosed with liver cancer and she needed to come to New York for a specific treatment. So she posted a post and she said, listen, I'm coming with my love, with my partner, and we want to get married in City Hall, but we don't know anyone. So can someone be our witness? Of course, lots of mommy said, no problem, yes, we'll come. And I was thinking to myself, so she's going to come with her fiance, with her love, and she's going to go to this, I don't know, to City Hall, which is a nice ceremony, but it's not, she's going to do it like very just what with another person that she doesn't know. It can't be like that. We need to do more than that. And so I asked them if it's okay that we throw a little party for them. So I don't know what is little party, I guess. It has to be big. So I posted a post and they said, okay, listen guys, Shani and Dana are going to get married here in New York while Shani is going through cancer treatments. Let's throw them a party. This is what I think we need. Do you think we need some more stuff? So what happened was crazy because again, more than, I don't know, I think 600 or 700 mummies were involved in this. And in 5 days, we threw them their party of their lifetime, I think, with everything they needed. There was a rabbi. This is Shani and Dana. There was a rabbi. There was food. There was a DJ. There was I don't know. You can't see in the picture, but I think there were about 70 or 80 people that came to celebrate with them. People that they saw for the first time in their life. Everything that you see, they got from us, but their clothes because they wanted to buy it in Israel. My wishful thinking was that Shani won't plan her treatment. She will plan her wedding, and that's what happened. Because she forgot her cancer in Israel. She forgot her biopsy in Israel because she was planning her wedding. And it was an anecdote. She needed to bring this biopsy, but she managed to do that. But she was thinking about her wedding, and the happiness that we gave them was, I think people were talking about it all over, and not just in the group and also outside in the city. Every time we met, like people talked about it for months and months later, and they became part of our community just because of that. And then there was another thing. Pausing for a second because I want to say something. I thought about all these things. I didn't understand. Thinking about myself and my passion.
Anna, can you repeat the sentence again? So you were cutting off.
Sorry.
First sentence. Can say that again? That was very important. So it's important. Yeah.
I said what I said was that when I was doing all these projects, if you want to call it like that, it wasn't because I need to do it, because I did it first of all because it was my need. It was my passion. It was something that connected to my values, whether it's well-being, whether it's to help someone that needs me, whether it's the connection to Israel that is important to me while I'm here. I didn't think about what is the next thing I'm going to do to Mama Manhattan. Never. It was always it always comes from here, from my guts, from my heart, from my my me. I needed to satisfy my my need to feel this belonging, to feel that I'm doing something good in this world, to feel that I'm not only focusing on myself, but others. And with that, the project just came because of my need, not because I do collaboration, but those kind of projects are the one that make me feel whole um, and makes me feel good. So there was another opportunity that came along. In you see in what you see in this picture is Angela Merkel, and on her right, as we see it, is Benjamin Netanyahu, which is the Prime Minister of Israel. In 2018, again, October 2000, it was a huge year. In 2018, there was a big convention in Israel for all the high tech and startups. And I don't know if you know, but Israel called also the startup nations. Lots of startups started there, and they did this huge convention, and they invited only men, as you can see. So we're talking about 2018, just 2 years ago. What? Karen Kay, which is a proud feminist mama, posted a post about it in Manhattan, and she said, "Okay, I don't know what is going on here, but we need to do something." Israel, she explained, they are going to have a new photo shoot with also female entrepreneurs and men, and let's do something here too. Let's do our own photo shoot. And I said, I hear you, let's do that. And so everyone were like on it. I said, Karen, okay, we can do it here, but why not do it international? I have other friends who run communities like Manhattan, but in other places in the world. Let's unite and let's do it together. So that was our photo shoot. You can see we call the campaign #WithMerkel. And after talking with my friends, we super excited. We did it not only in New York, but in San Francisco, Toronto, Berlin, London, and of course, Tel Aviv. That was, I don't know if you can see how many people, there was like, I don't know, 1,000 people maybe. And it started there. It started with a small post of another person, it wasn't even my initiation. I just said, let's do it with other around the world. And what happened was crazy. We made history. Some effects. We made history. They wrote about us everywhere. In London, Berlin, Israel. We were on TV, we were on Reuters, we were I don't know, New York Times, I think even, I don't know, everywhere. We made history because after that happened, the people that organized this convention made sure that there will be a person that will check that there are also men and women invited to the next every other conventions that are going to do. And that was a huge thing. And before I couldn't, usually this is a new thing because of the Corona. So Corona happened, and you can only imagine what happened in the, like, lots of information and what are we going to do with the kids? No school, yes, crazy. What are we going to do with the parents in Israel? Our families, they can come, we can't go. There was a lot of craziness all around. So first thing I said, okay, what do I need? I needed to get a reliable source of information. I needed to get things organized. I needed things to be organized. That's what I needed. So I decided, let's start with that. And I created this new vibe, you can say, in the group, hashtag Mamas Beat Corona. And we even adjusted our logo for that. And I posted a post and I said, listen, what we're going to do next year is we are going to only post from reliable sources. If it's not a well-known site or website or whatnot, don't post it here. We're going to post content, what to do with the kids. We're going to post some funny memes so we can, relax. That's what is going to be here. And this is a safe place. You can share, you can ask, this is a shared place to do that. And after doing that, after taking care of that, I got a lot of calls from that are going to lose their business because of what happened. One of them has a restaurant in Williamsburg, and she and her husband are owning the restaurant, and she said, we're going to bankruptcy. We can't survive. We don't know what to do. So with another organization called IAC, and with this restaurant, with the Reunion, that's the name of the restaurant, we made collaboration. I posted a post in Facebook and I said, listen, let's help the healthcare workers and let's order food from Ina's restaurant to help Ina and to help them. And this will be a win-win-win situation. So that's what we did. So we ordered food from her restaurant, and I managed to bring it to other hospitals. What you see here is only a few pictures, but we managed to I don't know, 150 something food kits, and also medical supplies. We just did it together with the IAC and with the group, and we managed to do really a huge thing in this time. And it was important. It was important to me because I wanted, my daughter is with me, because I wanted to show her what we need to do in those kind of times. And it was important for me in my community, because we need to help ourselves. After we feel okay, we can help others too. And it can be very easy. Sometimes people just need someone to tell them what to do with their money, seriously. And sometimes I can't put my money, but I can help with other ways. And so that's what people are doing. I'm just giving them the opportunity to do that. So before Corona, it happens, but after all I explained, one day this happened. I got a call from Facebook, and they said they noticed the engagement in my group, and they asked Facebook Community Summit, which was in their headquarters in San Francisco, out of I don't know how many even, all the groups in the United States. 200 were picked for this summit, and I was thrilled. It was the first time that someone noticed that I'm doing here something. I just thought I'm doing something for myself, or maybe for my fellow mommies, but I didn't understand that it's such a big deal. And only when I got to Facebook headquarters, I understood what I'm doing. First of all, I'm helping them to earn $1 billion a year. apparently. And second, I'm creating a safe place for a lot of people to share their feelings and thoughts and actions. So that was a real thing for me to understand. Next to me in the picture, I can't even, oh, I was so excited to talk with you guys. I didn't tell you about Avia. Avia is my co-admin, my friend and whatnot, and she helps me with a lot of stuff. Rely on her. I can share my thoughts with her. So this is a few pictures from the summit. Um, the last thing. So I can. So this is not the end, but it's the end of the of the presentation. To sum it up, I think if we want to build a community, we first need to understand what moves us and what's important to us. Not just because there's a 1, 2, 3 list that we need to do because this marketing advisor said that. If it moves me and I have the passion for it, I will have the energy to do it. So there are a lot of technical issues, but I put that aside. You will learn it if you need. But to have your own community is like it's so fulfilling because it's not just to have your own, I mean, to lead your own community. It's fulfilling, although it's very hard because I couldn't, when Corona happened, I couldn't just shut the door, not get into my Facebook and just think what I'm going to do with my life. I couldn't. I got a lot of phone calls. I got from all over the world, by the way.
Dana, I wanted to ask you.
I just want to finish, or just to understand that there's a lot on my shoulders, but there's a huge fulfillment and meaning that I get out of it. So with that, I end. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dana. It was fascinating. And I really wish that we can, I would like us as a group to take the example that Dana gave and kind of translate it to how it works for you. But before that, I kind of wanted to ask you, Dana, I know that a lot of people are afraid to open a group because they're like, who am I going to talk to? And, can you describe that tipping point of how do you get to where people participate? Because many times people, it's like a room of people that kind of, they want to know each other, but they're afraid to ask. So how do you get people to talk? How do you encourage them to get to that point?
Do you know when you have, understand that you have all of your managing stores, your own boutique stores, sorry if I'm not saying it right, boutique stores with all kinds of brands. And I guess there are brands that you are more connected to and brands that you're less connected to. So this is energy. If you like something, you know how to talk about it and how to bring passion into the words and how to create a whole discussion around it. Mm-hmm. And how I see it. So if you take it to the digital world, if I start to talk about the weather in China, no one will comment, even that I'm the admin of the group, even at if it's not interesting me, I don't put the energy in it, no one will answer it. There is an energy surrounding this. This is I don't even know how to explain it because this is how it is. It's like the energy that you put in this. And you need to understand that it takes time. Yes, you need to be very patient. You have to be patient. It didn't happen in one day. I asked a lot of questions and it took a while. It took, I think, even 2 years. But now in Corona time, it got very shorter. It's like even a 4 months, 6 months, and you have your own community. I hear it from my friends. You just need to understand the content that is relevant to the participants. It needs to be something that you're interested at and something that they're interested at. And if you can do it, bring another person to talk about it, like you do here, like you invited me. It's just, you do it here in Zoom, you can do it in Facebook group. You can do a live in Facebook group. I do that.
There's another question on the chat, guys. Did you see?
How do you invite people to join our group?
Yeah.
Hi, Robin. It's a technical thing. There is a button to invite people.
Robin, we showed it on the one of the first sessions. I'll send you the recording of how to do that. But yeah, so it's
Robin, you have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Another.
Hold on, Robin, go ahead. Unmute yourself. You're muted. Yeah.
Where is he?
I'm muted.
Here, now, you did it. No.
You unmute and mute. Let me unmute you, don't touch anything. What's up? There's something wrong with, I can't unmute you.
Okay, do it yourself. You did it before.
Unmute.
Yeah.
No touch
Okay.
anything.
See, I'm so technologically savvy here. No, like if I go into my own Facebook page of people that are following us, I don't think that all those people are going to be people who are engaging. So if they're not on Facebook, how do I bring other people into the group?
Oh, I get it. So first of all, I'm not talking about the Facebook page. I'm talking about Facebook group, which is
Right.
something a little bit different.
I get that.
And how do you invite them there? Okay, so you do extra activities that are much like fun activities that you're going to do there and not on your page. Like, hey, listen, this is what is going to happen there. Go there. Or,
right. So you have to invite people to come to your group.
Robin, email them. Send them an email and say, join our group. We're having a special guest there only. It's not going to be in the page. It's not going to be in the store, only in the group. So join us in the group because that's where you can experience it. And I would even say—
And don't handpick them. Send it out to everybody and you're going to get responses from people who want to be a part of that group.
We'll send it to those you that will benefit from the group, even if you don't know who's going to participate.
That's my question.
Dana,
okay.
do you locate the people that are strong participants, and do you encourage them to post?
Facebook gives you insights, so you can see who is more involved and who is less involved. And also, I want to say one more thing, coming from the marketing field. Not everyone will be in your group. You're right, Robin. Not everyone will come there. Not everyone are Facebook peeps. Okay, but the important thing is that you are there, that you have a presence in the digital world, which is not only in Facebook. It can be Instagram. It can be TikTok. Now the kids are talking about TikTok. It can, maybe it's not for your audience, you need to think, but you have a website. So you have an offline store, you have a real store, but you also have all kinds of digital assets where you can say what you're doing in your store or show it there. I see Jan, I hope I say your name right, is nodding like he understands. So it may be new to some of us, but start today. It takes time, so just start today.
No, we do have a lot of social media presence, but my concern, I have someone who handles my social media, I feed it to her. This is almost a full-time job for you. If you're not consistent, it's not going to mean anything, correct?
Yeah, you have to be present. You have, when I'm not in the group, it's...
So how much time do you put into this, honestly?
Well, now I know how to do it because like I'm with you in this Zoom 100%. I didn't even look in the group for one time. When I was working in my day job back then, I needed to be there 100% for 4.5 hours. I couldn't use my phone. I couldn't do that. So I was, when I was on the subway or in the evenings, or like I don't like to sleep. I find it boring. So
That's what I was afraid of.
Well, Dana, how long you spend daily on the group?
It depends. It depends. It depends.
Okay.
But I'm there every day. I'm there every day. But I can tell you that on the weekends I'm more with my family, so I'll be there every, I don't know.
How many posts a day?
There can be days that I won't post even one post.
But when you started it, did you
But
post every day? Did you plan your post and made sure to post every day?
I didn't, because I didn't do that. I didn't know that I'm creating something. I wanted to know where to copy my keys. I didn't know what I'm doing. Now I can, if you're doing it for a business, it has to be more organized. I agree with that. It has to be more organized, and Facebook helps you with that, because you can schedule when you want to post a post. So maybe now I'm busy, but I can write 6 posts and to schedule it for the rest of the week. I need to be there to be involved. There can be days that I won't be in Facebook for the whole day until, I don't know, 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. when my daughter is going to sleep. So then I go into the group, and I'm screening, and I'm looking on each and every post, and I show them that I see them. I comment, I react to that. I do something to make them know that I saw that.
There's another good question about it, if we're talking about the group, because we're coming to an end, and I want to give time for questions. So that's an important question. What is the advantage of having a group over a page, or what is the advantage of both? Why do we need both, and why do we need either or?
You can't have a community on page.
On a page, you cannot have community?
Not really, because it's more something like to publish your things, or to advertise your things, or maybe to post your own thing, your own thoughts and ideas. But if you want an engagement, that happens in groups. So this is why you have groups. My 2 cents is, if you're not like passionate about it, you don't know how to do it, or like not in a technical way, like you need time with this, take a partner, take someone that does know, but learn with him or with her, like see how they do that. And also go to other groups that you're a member in them, and see what they do that you like, and find your own way to do it in your community. Sorry, did I answer your question?
You did. We will summarize it later. I don't want to take everybody's time. Yeah. Yes, Aline.
Yeah, I mean, just to answer Robin's question, the time to do it is also, it's about the planning of what you're going to talk about. But, we're just looking at Dana's really a fascinating presentation and very detailed. I hope that you're able to see the depth of collaboration that she's, and that's what it's about. I think a lot of you think about a group to say, okay, I'm going to sell my clothes there, and it's not about that. I think about a person that is going through some change and a challenge, and they use the change and the challenge, and we're all going through change and challenges right now, and you have a very specific audience of a woman in a specific age that goes through her own challenges, as well as the international challenges that are happening, the health crisis that we have. Then your group is about that. It's about, just like Dana had her collaboration with different organizations to have a party and do fundraising. You can do the same online. You can find the collaboration there. Bring someone to talk about menopause, meditation, nutrition. How do we relax? How do we breathe in times like these? If you bring someone to talk about that, but going to that,
I think it's amazing, and I have 1,000 creative ideas that it could be.
Wow, share.
Up till 11 o'clock at night, just on chat with my customers on the website. So I can't even get an email together to my top customers in all the store to make them an offer. It's a time, not even a time management thing. When my stores open again,
I want to answer that.
I don't have time to run them.
Robin, I don't feel like this is my, I don't feel like it's time consuming. I think the world is time consuming. I like to be there. It's a place that I like to be at, not because I'm going to talk with customers, but because I'm going to meet new people and get to know them. And
absolutely.
Maybe to think, and you all of you, if you need to sell something, you have to understand the other side. You have to be a people person. All of you are people person. So you just do that, but in Facebook group, that's how I see it. I want to get to know, you call like your customers. Your customers can be your best new friends. Your new best friend, sorry, and they can be not just customers, they can be someone you can collaborate with. You can engage them with them without thinking if it's going to sell. If they like you and they want to be in the space that you created on Facebook, they will talk about your store and they will send people there, and it will be much more than I'm talking with my customers. The word customer and throw it out and just create a space that you are going to enjoy and that you can talk about what you are doing and why you love your job, or why or like do something with other stylists, or where you can be creative, share your own world, like you do it for yourself, because this is the one Shekef I couldn't show you. It's not about the quantity, it's about the community.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
Robin, there were a lot of, I think in Dana's presentation, the meditation and the juicing was a very good example of how to take something that is daily to you, but you do it through, instead of just doing it yourself, you just do it with the community. So don't, yes, plan it, but also think about the daily things that you want to achieve for yourself. Even if you say, I want to try and take a haircut at home, how about we all do it together and send the results, share the results, see how it goes. Right. But there was another thing, and one of the people that Yael always mentions is Brene Brown, and how she talks about vulnerability, right? We all love her. And it was very hard to see it because all the posts were written in Hebrew, but there's a lot of vulnerability here to say, I really I don't feel comfortable. Something's bothering me. Who's up for the challenge to do it together to change it? Or to say, and it's okay for you as a store owner to say, oh my God, I'm really depressed with this situation. I hate the fact that I can't meet you at the store. What are you doing to change to make your mood a little different? So to show the vulnerability, and you don't need to go into the group to be the person that knows everything and the one that tells everyone what to do and this is how it's going to be. It's okay to come and say, oh my God, I feel horrible. Let's all feel horrible together.
And there are a lot of good suggestions on the chat. You can see. I also want to say something about vulnerability. I used to share posts from my own life, but I will always come with an idea. I won't just leave it there. Like, okay, I want to kill myself. I hate this Corona situation. I won't do that. I will always come with an idea because I have a responsibility, because I'm the head of this community and I hold the space, the safe place. And if I am like this, the space will be like this. I need to show a little bit of strength, but I can be vulnerable at the same time. So I will say, listen, I'm going through a rough time, but I'm going to do meditations. Do you want to join me?
There's another question about it. There's one more question. As a boutique, do we need to picture a topic or theme, or to pick a topic or theme of our group that is relatively unrelated to our boutique, if that makes sense. More questions, I guess, for Aline is like, as a boutique in a group, do we need to relate to our business, a store, or keep it?
No, I think we just said we don't talk about business. We talk about things that are interesting for women at your age range that live in the neighborhood where you were at and drink the coffee that you drink and can't go to the coffee store right now to do that, and that go through menopause, divorce, loss, illnesses, changes of mood, changes of the body. That's exactly what Donna showed. It's a group of Israeli moms in Manhattan, but they did meditation. They did fundraising for a kid that needed it, that had cancer. So and I will not label the group with anything. I don't know, Dana, what your thoughts are, but I would not.
I think it depends. I think it depends. I think if you can connect it to your professional page, so people will know that it's connected to the page. And I think it's something more about the balancing. So you can do every now and then a challenge or something fun with the things in your store, but it can't be just that. So it can be that with other things. So I don't know, like if you understand, but I mean, it can be that and that, not just a group without any connection, because if that's a part of me and the story is a part of me and I'm there for 10 or 11 hours a day, I cannot not talk about it. So it has to have its own balance.
So I already have a personal Facebook, and there I belong to some small groups like small dog lovers or dancers or something like that. But how do we connect what all the good idea that you gave us today to our store Facebook page, store Facebook group? Because we have to somehow connect it to we are fashion boutique, and feels like everybody they already have their own personal groups or personal Facebook. So if we are creating a Facebook group for our boutique,
yes,
I don't know how they're different from what you are saying today or what I already have for my personal life.
Yeah. So as I see it, there are thousands of other groups like myself, even for Israeli mommies in New York, but none of them is Mom Manhattan. None of them. Because I make it unique. I bring myself into it. I bring my passion into it. And so like your store, we can see here how many there are. Other 25 participants. So I guess there are about 20 something other stores like yours, but each and every one of them is different. So you need to find what is the unique thing that you bring to your store. With this energy, with this uniqueness, you will create your group. It will be Yuko's. It won't be Brenda's. It won't be Sophia's or Mark's. It will be Yuko's, because you bring yourself into it. So yeah, you have Alambika there, and you have your brands. All of you shared some brands, but your store is different. I don't know, maybe because of where it is geographically, or maybe how you designed it. I'm just giving an example. You know what differentiates you from others, so you do that in your community, and be creative. You be creative.
Okay.
You're not creative. This is why Mom Manhattan works, because I come with that. Yeah, just be creative.
We've taken so much of your time. We really appreciate it. We know that you have other things going on today, so we really, 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 really thankful for that. So everyone, you can stay on the call. So Dana, thank you so much.
Thank
you.
Dana.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry. The last
Thank you.
was how you can connect with me. I will write it on the chat, and so if any of you want to contact me and to ask questions.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
Dana.
So ciao.
So guys, I hope that you were able to kind of to follow the specific, very personal story from Dana and see how you can tailor it for, just like what Dana said, for your passions, for your audience. I really liked how Dana took you know, a source. Thank you, Dana. Yay. So yeah, Dana's information is on the chat for everyone who's interested with further questions. But taking something like the corona and saying, oh my God, there's so much information out there. I'm so confused. I'm so stressed about it. Let's make this place, this group, a place for reliable information. Oh my God, my Sandy Lou eyeliner is.
Aline, can I stay, because it's interesting to me too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Rescue.
We're sensitive to your time.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
I know, Sandy.
Blink eyes. Blink eyes.
I'm going to clean my eye and I'm coming back.
Yeah, I want to take it a little bit to the bigger picture. You know, me is like, okay, let me just think and what happened here. So here's what I want to share with you guys, because yeah, I agree with Robin, and I get overwhelmed with, okay, what else now? Now I have to do a group. No, thank you. But just as an overall, so we understand that this Facebook monster is as a tool for us. We need to decide if we. But the only thing that I would say that we always, me and Aline talk about it. If you do it right. If you don't do it right, don't start. Do me a favor, just don't do it. Don't post once a week. Remember when we started with Facebook and I said, yeah, I'll post once a week. I have nothing to say. Well, it doesn't work. As we said, it's either you do it, and that's why I like the presentation. Let me think about it. It's a lot of information, but what I take from it is my business page is crucial for my business, is what I do, and I am personal on my business page. But as the group, I really want to create what we're doing in the last month with our customers is how do I glue it that I know her personally, my lady. I want to get to know her. And that's what I hear. So on the group, I'm creating a relationship that go deeper from the page. So yes, Robin, go ahead.
There is someone that we all know. She's in our world. I won't mention her name because she's not on here, who has like 4,400 followers on her Facebook page, her business Facebook page.
Yeah.
She has a group, you know, that she maybe started a year ago with 1,200 people. She does 90% of her business without selling product, you know, except for every once in a while.
Meaning you mean
this little group.
You mean that she's doing her selling through
well, she's not selling. She's posting things. But through her group, she's literally doing 90% of her business to her store. They are going to her store from her group.
So Robin, I think this woman that you don't mention her name, she will be our next guest. Because
she would never. You know who she is.
No, yeah, she's not gonna, yeah.
You know who she is. She would never do this. You absolutely do.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it offline. But what I'm saying is, I also know.
Switch. You understand what I'm saying?
I
no, it's not, because she's genuine. Sandy, you know her too.
No, I don't mean she's not genuine, but now I want to go onto her Facebook page and see what it looks like.
No, you're already there. We'll talk about it later.
You're already there, Sandy.
You're in
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Wait, hold on.
She's an amazing marketer. But my point is, I know how much time she is not selling on her floor. She has one store. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm using this as an example. And again, it's the time thing that I don't want to do something if I'm not going to do it well. And I can see myself starting this and being like, oh, sorry, I don't have time. I have to be in New York for 6 days, or, you know.
The only thing that I'm saying that absolutely, actually you made my point even clearer, is that there is a business there to make, a big one, to support our stores. And we can just decide when we're ready, who will do it, because also you cannot tell somebody to talk to your voice. It has to be Robin's voice.
Exactly.
You need to be with someone that knows you well. And, you know, it's like I say, Aline already writes an email of Fatima, and it sounds like me. We all, like 3 of us, talk to each other every day. So, you know, yes, I'm just saying that for me, it's new. It's news that I can, that group and a page are very connected and very different. And I also actually gave you guys an example of somebody else. I don't think it's the woman that you're talking about, that she made all her sales in the last month was mainly through her group.
I'm sure it's the same person.
That's not her. It's not her.
Okay.
But so I'm just saying, good. It's good information to have. I mean, there are people here on the call like Jen, for example, Berta Sawyer. She has a fantastic Facebook page. I don't know if Jen needs to create another group, because maybe you already you're already selling, maybe because it's a personal page.
Yeah, Jen has a different.
Yeah, Jen has forget it.
Jen has a different case. Naughty Jen.
Naughty Jen, she did it right, but she didn't know she did it right.
You didn't go by the rules and it worked for you, but it's okay.
Yeah, it worked. But you see, Jen, it's because it's personal page. It works for you because women connect to you and you say, hey, Jen, I want that dress, and they talk to you, right? Because it's personal.
Also, Robin, there were
going on Jan's page.
that Dana mentioned in her conversation, and that was, you know, right now the estimation time for a group to form and to start working and for inertia to happen on its own is 4 to 6 months. Okay,
yeah. So now is a good time to
you can plan
start.
for 4 to 6 months to 4 to 6 months to really put an effort into inviting people, planning, identifying the people that would be happy to do this for you. You know, some customers in the audience that's their passion, and you just give them the place and they will bloom there. And to bring the topics and to find the collaborations. And it's so beautiful. I think what Dana showed, how she, you know, there were outside events and inside events, right? There were events that were happening in the real world, like delivering food to people that are at the front lines, right? How about we all together as a group donate to in a GoFundMe page, and we, you know, Dana delivered masks. Was it masks or
doesn't matter.
Or
medical supplies.
Medical supplies. Let's work at, you know, to hook it to an external cause, or, you know, later on when life goes back to what it was, then have a party and do a fundraising, tie it together, tie the emotional with the physical world, and then it goes back to the community to talk about it. So you plan it, but then at some point,
Andrea, do you have a group?
She does.
I just started one.
Okay, just would be interesting to hear from you because you have an active customer already that's talking to you.
I think I didn't understand really what I should be kind of using it for. I do have a better understanding now, so.
Exactly. And that's what we're trying to say. We get the idea of what we need to the content. It's really what we're doing in the past month. We're talking about content, really. But it will be interesting to hear from you if you don't mind to share with us, because your customer is already engaging with you. So let's see what happens to her. If you
start with the why, not with how. Start with the why, and then the how will come. And I think that the most important thing in the beginning is to give them an added value, and not the first thing I would do in a new group is not fundraising. No, it's how can I be in help to you. And I want to tell you about there is a small group called Too Many Jackets of a stylist in New York. She lives in Hoboken. Her name is Yael. God, you're all over. And Yael Goldman, that's her name. And she created this group just recently. And what she does there is she put a challenge, the look of the day. during COVID-19. So like you don't need to get out, you don't need to do anything. How do you give yourself some
Boost.
Thank you. But in a stylish way, like which shirt would I put on? Do I use a jacket because I have a very important Zoom later on? Do I put on my lipstick? They share, each and every one of them share their own style, and it's like, it's fun and brings me to mind that I need to get out of bed and to put something on, even if it's a lousy day, and even if I'm staying home. Just
that we do naturally here in the group, so that will be easy for us.
Now here's a question for you as a marketing person. So this morning I posted on Instagram and Facebook about playing dress up. We started at 5 and we've never stopped. And so, my thing was, go for it, play dress up today. Now, is that something, so now what I'm hearing you say is, well, that's something that almost belongs in the group. And I took a picture of myself, how I played dress up.
Of course.
But it would be too redundant. I wouldn't then go do that in my group. So now I would want to.
Why not?
Yeah.
Isn't the same person going to see it in 3 different places?
But in the group, she's going to share what she's wearing. Isn't that sort of the point here?
Yes, in Instagram, she can't do that. In Instagram, she can do it in her own, but in Facebook group, you see everything like on the same, visually, you see it on the screen. In Instagram, you need to get into her profile to see what
okay.
Not
Facebook group, you see it.
We're comparing Facebook page to Facebook group. On Facebook page, you can see.
Right.
No, I know.
Yes.
I was just wondering if it should be different
Facebook page you can, but in Facebook page, it's without intimacy because everybody can see it. Everybody. Mm-hmm. But in the group, it's like it's your own thing.
In the group,
I think a Facebook group.
Sandy, in the group it behaves like a Facebook page. It's just a closed group.
So they don't see Zoom. You don't see the others.
Yeah, there are some features that are not the same, but that's for another Zoom.
No, but think of Facebook pages. I'm talking to all of you. That's what it's about. I'm going to post. I'm going to share. I'm going to decide what we're talking about.
Me.
Comment if you want. A group is here. We're all of us together. Yael posts. Dana posts. Janway posts. Robin posts.
It's not mine. It's ours.
It's a community.
Yeah, exactly.
And Facebook page, if I comment on your, Aline, if you have something on your Facebook page and I comment, I cannot add a photo to that?
You can add a photo, but it's in the comments. It's not the main thing.
It's not the main. Got it, guys. You see
that does make sense. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I got it.
Hi, George.
You can create your own thought about it, not only commenting. Got it? That's the difference.
Yeah. And they can put, all members of the group can post onto this spot.
If you let them.
It's a community.
No, what do you mean if you let them? Who said if you let them?
Dana said it.
There's moderation.
Because there's a feature that the admin of the group can
decide?
Approve each post that is on the group. I don't use it.
No, we will let
those who are.
Yeah, we choose the people we want to believe that we want to hear their voices. So Andrea, that's the difference, okay? All right, keep us posted, guys. Every day, every night, twice a day. Something more to do.
Don't keep her posted. Tag her in the post so she will get and see that. Work. Let Yael work.
Don't invite me, Andrea. Don't invite me to your group.
Tracy's.
It's one more group.
Tracy's crying.
I wanted to say something. I was on a call earlier that was about reopening. It was by our downtown association, and there was a woman on it who is the King County Health person, and I asked this question: when we open, should we be asking those gateway questions? Because my bank is currently doing that. do you have a fever? Now, they didn't take my temperature. These are the questions. Do you have a fever? Do you feel sick? Are you in contact with anyone who has been sick?
Wait, are you talking, Sandy, about questions that you will ask your customers coming into the store?
So I said in this group of the Downtown Association, are these things you think we should be asking? And the woman from the King County Health said, they have shown in Europe that when these questions are asked, it makes it a safer environment. They also talked about all these things you have to do with your employees, you know, like maybe they have to prove that they took their temperature that day and everything. But these gateway questions are some things we need to kind of wrap our heads around, because I think these are things that help us to help ourselves and to let our customers know that we are concerned for them and for us.
So can I tell you something, Sandy? So first of all, it's going back to Michelle's question about how we reopen in terms of safety. And this will be great for Monday, but I just want to say something as a side note. Yes, employees is different because we live with our employees. It's different. I would like to know if they have fever. And we do it anyway without the corona. If you have fever, stay home. We always say that. But here's what we learn now about corona, interesting. So Como said today, our governor, we still get 1,000 people a day sick. Guess what? They're people that at home in a lockdown. They're not necessarily people that are outside on the street. So you know what? We don't even know how you get the virus because they're home. People are home and get the virus. So, and I heard it also in Israel. Now they're finding out that the new patients are not necessarily the people that are left their homes. So we can talk about it on Monday as a guideline. I don't know if I'll ask a customer if she has fever. I don't think so. It's very intimidating. I don't know, but it's something to talk about. Now when we're learning that you might get the virus staying home. Sandy, the unknown. I don't want you to ask me if I have fever. I don't know. Maybe if I know you on the group, maybe if I'm on your group, you can ask me that.
It wasn't something that I thought I liked when I went to my bank, which is why I brought it up with in this group of these experts. And I'm just telling the answer that I got.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. In Israel, they opened the country, by the way. Everything is open, schools, and it will be interesting to see what happens there if they get more cases being open and we're closed. So let's see what we learn from it. We really don't know.
Yeah.
Time will help. But it's a Monday question. So back to Michelle, how to open safely. And bottom line, we'll all do it our own style, right? So you have the information on Michelle with her email. If you want to buy big gallon of, yes. And then you have Dana's email if you want to ask specific questions about groups. And we will bring more people. I want to hear about a retailer that makes a lot of money. So you might invite her, whomever she is. I'll find out, Sandy.
Okay.
All right, guys, this is great. Dana, thank you. Thank you, Aline.
Sure.
Dana,
Thank you.
And what's tomorrow, Aline? Remind us.
tomorrow we're going to go over Google Analytics, good apps for Instagram, and a couple of things that I wanted to emphasize from the email conversation that we had.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Thank
All right.
you.
Nice meeting you all.
Oh, just so
Thank
you know.
you. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
What?
Bye.
Aline, you wanted to say something.
No, we'll talk about it tomorrow. It's okay.
Okay.